Welcome to a special edition of Crawford County Outdoors. We are at the rec complex today, and it's learning about kids skating. So stick with us. This is going to be a great episode. Joining us now, Aaron Rekich. So Aaron, the 50th anniversary of the rec complex, this has been just an awesome year or whatever. Let me ask you to, kind of give us some highlights.
So some highlights have been the luncheon, the Founders Luncheon, which was a fantastic event we had on September 11th. We had a lot of the old supervisors and a lot of our community partners join us for an awesome luncheon with great food from DJ York. And yeah, I mean, let's really get into the nuts and bolts of things.
Yeah, sure.
We've been doing a fundraiser, and we've raised over $113,000 this year for the endowment fund for the MARC. And I think that's really what's made this year special, is that everybody's come together to support the MARC.
I don't think anything like that's ever happened in the past before, has it?
No,
I don't think so.
No, it's never happened here at the MARC.
Awesome.
So to get $100,000 is just a fantastic thing to happen at the MARC.
So if that money gets built up or whatever, I mean, is there a certain use for that money? I mean, is there a plan already for what we're going to do with that?
Any money in the endowment fund will go toward our capital improvements. So any capital improvements at the MARC, we'll use that money for it. And obviously, everybody's money, the principal, is staying in the account forever, and we're just using the dividends to make improvements here at the MARC.
I remember when the ice broke the roof on the pool over there, that the MARF had to kick in, because the insurance covered a big part of it.
Correct.
But the MARF had to kick in to cover the rest, and it's like if that didn't exist, what do you do? I mean, that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, and that's what the foundation is for. The foundation is for capital improvements here at the MARC. So without that foundation, there are a lot of things like the chiller, the Zamboni, the dehumidifier, the roof, and the pool locker rooms. These projects wouldn't get done.
So what's this over our shoulder here?
Oh, so this is Shirley and Betty Longo's masterpiece. We actually have 7 trees throughout the MARC, and they do a great job of decorating for us. They come every year, sometimes between November 30th and December 14th, and they get all these trees and all the lights you see around you and the snowflakes, and they love this place.
So now, what's the event that's going on today?
So today is our Learn to Skate. We're on our second session of December, and we have about 27 kids that are signed up for this program, and yeah, we're really excited because the Double Sock Foundation actually paid for almost everybody to skate for this round. So,
oh, that's awesome. Okay, so the 50th anniversary, I mean, it's been just an awesome year. There's just been a ton of beautiful things going on here. So is there anything else?
I mean, besides the luncheon, we had the Bulldog hockey camp for the kids, which some of the alumni came back and taught them, and then we also had a video session for the kids in there. So, they were here from about 7:30 to 2 o'clock, got some great education on hockey, and it was free to them. They didn't have to pay anything from local sponsors.
Awesome, okay. So now, what's going to go on today? Now, is it just a training thing that's going to happen?
Yeah, so this is to introduce kids to skating. Some of these kids have been in the rink for about 2 or 3 months from September, but there are some brand new kids that just came into the program.
Oh, great.
And what we're trying to do is just trying to, create a new community here and make sure that whenever they come skating, they have a good time and it's family friendly for them.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Well, thanks, Aaron. Thanks for what you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, joining us now, Dan Smith. So what's the event that's going on today here?
Today we have Learn to Skate.
Oh,
and
awesome.
It's where we do basic skills with the skaters, whether they be figure skating, recreational, or hockey. They need to learn the basic skills.
So basically, you need to get off the ground. I mean, you need to get So how does it work? How does it all go?
You can sign up here at the rec complex, and then we do every 4 weeks, and the sessions are about an hour long. And there's tutelage and then practice time, and we go back and forth with the kids, and there's a variety of levels from just beginning toddlers to kids that are ready to go on to the hockey leagues and the figure skating program.
So the difference between figure skating and hockey, I mean, that's a whole different, different kind of skates you wear, right?
Different skates, different way of training, but they all start with the basic skills and learning to skate. And I actually teach power skating and power stroking to hockey players as well. And there are other coaches here that do that as well, but they are different sports.
When I grew up in the area, we lived pretty close to Heidi Cooper Park, and they used to flood they used to flood the tennis court, and that's where I learned how to skate was on the tennis court over there.
4 years old, I remember my double runner blades and walking down Arch Street and over to Heidi Cooper Park, and they would flood that and have a bonfire, and it was a great community time. And then this was built in the 1970s, and this has been a huge addition to the Meadville skating community.
I think this facility is just an awesome community asset. I mean, there are other communities of the size of Meadville that doesn't have anything like this.
Exactly.
And it's like you have to go to Erie or to Butler or whatever to find a skating rink.
And we actually have students from Erie and Butler that come here to skate now. And at 12 years old, when I learned of this place, it literally changed my teen years and established a 27-year career for me.
So what's it like to teach the kids? What's the general feeling about that? I mean, to me, it would be an exciting thing. So
it is. It's exciting for everything except for my back. But no, it is very exciting, and it's rewarding. And to see them say, I can't, oh wait, I can, it's fun.
That's awesome. Okay, so for give a big picture of how do you get them off the ground, and then how do you get them to the next step, and then to the next step, and the next step.
The first thing they learn is how to fall, and how to fall safely, and how to get up safely.
Oh, okay.
And that falling is not a bad thing. It actually can be a little on the fun side.
Okay.
And that it's all part of learning. And from there, we learn how to move our feet on the ice, and you have to remember they're actually standing on something that's the equivalent of a butter knife.
Right.
And so we learn how to move our feet and our legs and use our knees, and it kind of works from the blade up.
So for down the road, if I'm learning how to figure skate, learning how to hockey skate or whatever, I mean this is what builds.
This is where you start.
This is what builds the program, and this is how it has to get off the ground, right?
I've been a professional skater for going on 40 years, and it all started here in the Learn to Skate.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So this is the 50th anniversary, and the celebration. I mean, we came in the summertime and filmed the remarkable day. That was in July. This is a whole different weather situation now. And I remember when they first built the rink, that the rink was open to the outdoors.
It was open air.
There was no walls. There were
walls about 8 feet high, and then there was a wide 12-foot opening, and then the roof. And there were times when we would be doing, in the old days, we did figure eights, and the wind would literally come in and stop you on your 8 and start pushing you backwards. When they enclosed this rink, it's probably the second best thing that's ever happened here.
The new it's not a Zamboni, but it was the new Zamboni was replaced here just a couple years ago, and I know it was a big fundraising thing. I'm on the board, and we were debating about what are we going to do about that. It was a big deal to get that thing going. So how is it working? I mean, is it working?
To my knowledge, great.
Okay.
I drove the Zamboni when I was in college. I graduated from Allegheny.
Okay.
And I drove it part time, and the old one was a contraption, but the new one seems to be doing well. I've heard nothing bad about it. In fact, it's great ice. It really is. I've skated throughout the country and internationally, and the ice here is top 10%.
Now you mentioned Allegheny. Now Allegheny is now coming here,
Yes.
and they're
utilizing
doing hockey
yes.
here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's so I never knew before that Allegheny even had hockey. You know,
Yes.
it was part of the school.
Yes,
Has that been around there for a while?
It's actually been around for quite some time, and they've had a very good established hockey program.
Okay.
And I actually received a call from a figure skater that is coming to Allegheny next fall, and she'll be taking lessons here as well.
Okay. Well, Dan, thanks for everything
Thank
you're
you.
doing here.
Thank
This is
you very
awesome.
much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Well, thanks for joining us on Crawford County Outdoors. It was a great day, and I'm glad everyone was able to get out there and skate with Santa. Okay, we'll see you next time.